Wow, check out these Mexican pink guavas and the last of the pineapple guavas and the very last 2 figs. Just harvested this morning. Well, it is Thursday workday and things are underway. And in case you're wondering, the fires have not gotten very close to where we are, but there's ash and of course eye irritation, and it's really hard on the sinuses, but that is nothing compared to what some people have experienced. Just pure devastation. But we are carrying on here, and there's a butterfly. So life is good. This garden of mine has shifted since the beginning when I focused mostly on annuals. Now I have a lot of perennials. And this week, I found myself at the nursery. Every time I come back from Phoenix, I have a desire to buy another fruit tree for my garden. Now, if you've been following me, you know there's no space for anything. Well, you'll see. I wound up buying 3 more trees. And while I was at the nursery, I have a guest coming today. Enoch from The Urban Gardener on YouTube is in the area and wants to stop by and see my garden. All that's going on and a whole lot more, so stick around. He's actually pouring in water with fish fertilizer because these strawberries took a beating in all this Santa Ana wind. Oh wow.
We need to put it with the wrench.
Okay. Yeah, that was getting looser and looser.
Let me clean it out a little bit.
Okay. While I was in Phoenix, the umbrella flew off. It went this way, fortunately. It hit my succulents, knocked over that copper one, but succulents are tough. So here's the papaya, and they sell it with 3 trunks because they said you need it for pollination. So papaya grows really fast. If you saw those papayas in Jack Davis's yard, they're like 15 to 20 feet tall, and the papayas are right at the top. I don't know how you get them down. What I was thinking, because it's this straight trunk and doesn't bush out, I could put it right back here in that empty spot there. Once the papaya gets above the orange tree, it won't affect that. It's just a trunk. Since it gets 10 feet taller than the orange tree, I thought that might be a great spot. This is the calamondin, and as you can see, it's already fruiting, which is why I bought this one. And it does well in a pot, so I think this could be the perfect plant for this huge clay pot over here. I have struggled for years to find the right plant for that pot, and I think this could be it. The cardamom growing in that pot now is not doing as well as the cardamom in these 2 pots, which are shaded. So I am going to take the cardamom out, plant the citrus in, split the cardamom, and put part of it back and give the rest of it away. Unfortunately, I planted another pineapple guava back here in this little strip of driveway section, and it's actually fruiting and doing really well. But that's where the loquat tree should have gone, because I already have 4 huge pineapple guavas. And it would be really nice to have this nice tree right here, because it's going to grow taller and it would block this whole big section of that big house. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking off 1 branch of the pineapple guava, planting the tree in there, and as it takes off, reduce the pineapple guava. I don't know about you, but I'm always trying to balance the pretty factor with the food production factor. And I don't have a lot blooming right now, so I'm going to plant these right by the entrance to the garden, by the driveway. And because I just couldn't stand not to have some kind of a winter garden, I'm not seeding this winter. I picked up some May King Choi. They'll be very pretty in these 3 little pots out front. I like to give the plants a soak in rainwater with fish emulsion before I plant because everything is really dried out from this hot, dry Santa Ana air.
To keep it wet. Wet.
Okay, good.
Okay. This is rainwater with the fish.
Right. Yeah, they get really compacted when they're at the nursery, and it's great to kind of loosen up the roots a little bit without actually destroying them. There, that's better. The red one. If you recall, Eric gave me this planter he picked up. We tried lavender in it, which got covered in mildew. We tried a zinnia in there. That didn't do well, so I'm hoping that Snapdragon does well. Great. Great. Pretty. Yeah, I think right in the middle. This is the hottest, sunniest spot in the garden, and I have one of my potted tomato plants, and we're going to move it out and plant it right in the same spot that I had one last year. Put it straight in there. I don't think you need this though. That looks good.
Enoch arrived and filmed a segment for his channel. You can find the link in the top comment below.
Yeah, it's a bit of a forest, and it's going to get more so. Just got a package from my partner in all things gardening, Jack Davis at Epic Yard Farm. Okay. Oh. So, these are the hyacinth beans that we talk about in part 3. They're the most gorgeous beans. They look like little Oreo cookies, smushed. So these are the passion fruit seeds. I took the 3 passion fruit. It's a different kind of passion fruit, and I am going to plant these. And she said passion fruit seeds you plant when they're still wet and gooey, and you don't, they're harder to germinate if you let them get dry. So these are going to get planted right here. We went to the Honeybee Festival, which you'll see in part 4 of my new Phoenix videos. There were hundreds of honeys on this one table, you'll see. And this one that I tried was absolutely incredible. 4 unique honey varieties, curated organic honey from around the world. It's Brazilian acacia, Brazilian pink pepper, Brazilian quince, and Brazilian wildflower. Wow. Thank you, Jack.
I can definitely tell your Oya's working really well because your roots, look how they're just coming in and going right around that. I mean, they're just wrapping themselves and kind of even attaching themselves a little bit here where you got to pull them off.
The thing about this cardamom is it's really indestructible.
Putting off new
There
shoots.
you go. We're going to try to have to put that back in. Yeah, it's a
Down
lot
in
going
there
on
for
in
sure.
there.
There you go. There you go.
We can separate it.
Yes, he's going to take half of it. This box that we just got from Jack, I filled it up with a cardamom plant that we took out of this planter. It's like 10 times that big. She's gonna get this box back and go, what? What happened? I just sent her that. Okay, we have a hole prepared in the pot. I wanted to try to preserve this Chinese pumpkin only because it's worked so hard to live. We're gonna put the tree right in the middle and then try to find a place for the Oya. Let's see now, I think it has to be higher. Yes. I'm so sorry, Eric, but we need dirt underneath that.
No, we have it.
On the side, something like that.
Better?
I think it's perfect. Yeah. Just make sure it's right dead center. Can you move this dirt so that it's right up against the wall?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. That'll work.
Like that.
Yep, that'll work. And then just make sure it's
Hold on. Put the door. Put the door back.
Now before you get it all filled in, I want to put this back.
It's time to do now.
Yeah.
See, this is the original. You put it.
So this job is done, and we're going to move this back into place in a minute, because first we're going to try to plant a tree back behind that eggplant. So Eric has the Oya out, and now we're going to dig a hole for the tree. That's a skin of roots that layers up around the Oya. Look at that. Isn't that funny? This loquat is covered in ash from the California wildfires. And they said at the nursery that everything was covered in ash.
Take a look. This is beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, you're going to put that back
Put
in
it
the
back,
hole.
lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Take this out. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Looks good. A little bit more? Yeah, I think that's good. It's good right there.
Good.
Yeah.
Put the dirt back.
Yeah. Do we need to add any better dirt, or is that dirt okay? I mean,
You want to put it back?
we could put some nice soil, mix it with some nice soil.
Got it?
Looks good.
Easy.
The only question is, should it be over a little bit more? And I think it should, because you got an empty space there. I'm so sorry, I couldn't really see that with your body there, Eric. Yeah,
All okay?
yeah, that's nice. You can't even see the loquat tree. It's right there. But hopefully it's just gonna shoot up. Yeah, he's got it really nice and secure with two shims. All right, thanks, Eric.
Tricia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes.
This is going in, and this is the last big job of the day.
Okay, go in.
Okay.
Perfect. Level.
Wow. I think that's fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 of them, and
Put the nutrition on top.
actually this was the easiest one. It's a good thing because I'm tired. Wonderful. Yeah, it looks great. I'm really happy.
Hi guys.
So look who's here. It's my neighbor Sophia. Do you remember Sophia from season 1? Do you remember Enoch? She's the one that said on the carrot, growing carrots episode. Woo! That's your
Okay,
bus.
well I gotta go home now. Bye.
Nick Fedoroff is a Southern California personality. He has a radio show, a TV show, and he's been doing this for over 30 years, bringing you all sorts of information about things sustainable, green, landscaping, gardening. And he interviewed me and Enoch from the Urban Gardener at his radio station. That will be airing on syndications. Of course, you can still see the interview on his Facebook page or my Facebook page at Late Bloomer Show. So be sure and check that out. We had a lot of fun, and it was just a real fun conversation between like minds. Thanks so much for watching this channel. Be sure and like the videos and watch till the end. And most importantly, share with your friends. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.
This guy is out of here with his cardamom plant.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kaye.
Absolutely.
I really do. Thanks for having me over.
Absolutely.
Checking out your wonderful garden.
Happy gardening.
Thank
All
you.
right. He's heading down to the beach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Kaye.
welcome. It's great to see you. I'll see you somewhere, I'm sure.